Hey guys, what's up? It's Finch here, and today we're going to be discussing the usage stats for SSOU for the month of October. And by the month of October, I mean like the second half of the month of October, once DLC 2 Crown Tundra was released. There are a lot of Pokemon here that are obviously very fresh to the metagame. Pokemon that weren't previously released, such as, say, Genesect, Landorus I, Heatran, Spectre, Zygarde, Landorus T, Pheromosa, Cherum Black. Wait, did I just list the first 8 Pokemon? That's right, the first 8 Pokemon in usage are all Pokemon that were recently introduced, as well as number 11, 13, and 15. If we go to the top 20, there's also 16, 17, 18, and 20. The fact of the matter is that Crown Tundra shook up the metagame a whole ton, and we're going to discuss why and how in this video. So at number 1 was actually Genesect, and despite not being allowed for the last couple days of the month, it easily topped the usage charts just due to the fact that it was just that good when it was allowed. You probably saw it like almost every other game when it was allowed. We did ban it though. We also banned Naganadel, which while felt number 20 would have easily been within the top 15 otherwise. So I guess it goes without saying it was very good, and when it's still carving the top 20, if it's being banned for a thing from push at a time, it's pretty cool. But Genesect was far and away even more used though, and I think that goes without saying that Genesect was just dominant, metagame defining, etc. And also I think it's worth noting that Heatran's usage is probably inflated here because of things like Genesect and Naganadel that were once allowed. But regardless, Heatran's still a very good Pokemon, and it being number 3 in usage shouldn't be a huge surprise as it provides a lot of offensive and defensive utility. Some other Pokemon though are also very good. Landorus I, Landorus T, and Zygarde, 3 ground types that all reside within the top 6, is unsurprising. Ground types are absolutely necessary in this metagame, using one of them on your team due to the prevalence of Regieleki, and honestly kind of Tapu Koko too, but not really. It doesn't get rising voltage. People aren't really using choice Tapu Koko, so a bit less so. But Regieleki is an absolute nuke if you don't have a ground type. But thankfully, a lot of people are running ground types. These 3 are prime proof of that. In addition to that, if you go a bit further down, you'll see Garchomp, Excadrill, Swampert, and so on. So yeah, there are plenty of ground types that are used in the metagame. Landorus I being at number 1 of those bunch of ground types at number 2. It's a strong special attacker with sheer force. Not many Pokemon are able to keep it in check in this metagame right now, and honestly, it's probably going to end up banned in the long haul if I had to guess. Earth Power, Focus Blast, Sludge Wave, and be it Stealth Rock or Rock Polish or Knockoff or U-Turn or whatever might have you another attacking move. It's a really devastating Pokemon, and not many things want to take hits from that sheer force Landorus I. In addition, the next ground type is going to be Zygarde, which I'm surprised is only number 5, honestly. I figured it might be in the top 3, but it's just a percentage point out, and it would have been above Heatran if not for the Spectre, the Genesect and Naganadel bands. And Spectre probably is mostly just because it's a completely new Pokemon, like new Toy Syndrome to the max. It wasn't even released prior, but Zygarde was at least usable the last couple generations, so yeah, but regardless, Zygarde is an absolute killer in this metagame, be it the Subcoil set, the Choice Band set, or on-screen Teams of Dragon Dance plus Weakness Policy set. It is absolutely amazing. So I definitely would advise trying Zygarde out. Landorus T is also great. It probably isn't quite where it was in the old metagames of last generation, but still, it's pretty solid, and I think this is even inflating its usage a little bit, as it doesn't really check many things that are coming right now, but regardless of that, it's still great, and I definitely advise trying Landorus T out. As for the other ground types, Swampert's something that's really cool as it gets flip turn. That makes it a really good stealth rocker, checking things like Cinderace, which we only see at number 28, kind of crazily enough, and also being able to do great against electric types like Regieleki and Tapu Koko while also setting up Stealth Rock. So yeah, that's cool. Garchomp at 26. I'm surprised it's behind Swampert, but I'm not surprised it's dropped a little bit further than we think. You kind of figure Garchomp's a top 15, 20 Pokemon, but nah, it's just outside that, and that's fine. Garchomp is still great right now, needless to say. And Drill, it's mainly used on sand nowadays, but it still provides a great deal of offensive and defensive utility as well. So yeah, those are the ground types. But what else is surging? Well, we already discussed Heatran, but Spectra. What about Spectra? Why is it the top 5 Pokemon? It's a super strong ghost type. As you see, it's overtaken Dragapult in usage by quite a bit. Dragapult, in fact, has fallen out of the top 20, which I think is too low, lowballing it, if you will. But regardless of that, it's still great right now, and I definitely advise trying Spectre and Dragapult, because why not? They're strong ghost type attackers, and that's pretty damn good in this metagame when you see only one ghost resist in the top 10 is going to be Urshifu's single, and that's not actually a very specially durable Pokemon. So yeah, Blissey's dropped down to the top 25. I mean, more the merrier. I mean, the only ghost resist besides Urshifu S on this screen is right now going to be Mandibuzz at 33, Tyranitar at 36, and Blissey at number 30. So in the top 29 Pokemon, there is only one Ghost Resist. I think that says a lot about the metagame right now. especially when that Ghost resists their Shifu, which isn't a very durable one. So yeah, no, definitely use Spectre, use Dragon Bolt, maybe even Gengar and Aegis Slash. I don't know, you do you. But yeah, no. Pheromosa at 7 is no surprise there. It's back and just as good as ever. Besides the fact that it doesn't have Z moves, I guess it's kind of a big hit actually. But against close combat, gains boost. You can run Choice Band. It pairs really nicely with Future Sight from Slowbro or Slowking with Teleport. I think that's really a big core that is going to kind of key in on Pheromosa's usage, so that's cool. And yeah, no, Pheromosa is a really hard problem Pokemon to deal with. I definitely advise trying it out. Karen Black at number 8 is way too low in my eyes. It's super strong, great sweeper, and I definitely advise trying it out. I think Hyper Offense, it seems kind of like start picking up with it, so that'll be cool. And Magearna, kind of the same. It'll be good in Hyper Offense. It's spec sets, and pivot sets just haven't picked up entirely yet, but they'll get there with time, and I can't wait to see how it pans out. I don't think it's anywhere near old levels right now, but it's still really good. And Urshifu single, well, I mean, with things like Finny, things like Clef, which is now not in the top 15, and so on and so forth, being good. Not to mention Buzzwole, which, where is Buzzwole on this list? Is Buzzwole really not in the top? That's crazy. Buzzwole's a top 10 Pokemon, guys. I mean, Buzzwole on Smogon Tour the other day just completely dominated everything. Like, it was so ridiculously good. I mean, look at this. It does well against Zygarde. It counters it. It does well against Thunder Sea. It counters it. It does well against Pheromosa, locking like Life Orb, Ice Beam with special attack investment, which you could even EV for. It counters it. It even counters Dragon Dance Cure if you don't get like 5 hit and then like roll low until Dragon Punch. You beat that. It counters the Shifu single. Like, it is the most anti-meta Pokemon in the meta. Definitely use Buzzwole, guys. It should be in the top 15 of this list, if not the top 20 for sure. So, yeah, but regardless, it's really good. So, yeah, it checks their Shifu single, which is at number 10, and it's still really good at Shifu, but it's definitely seen better days. So, not surprised it's fallen number 10 when it was really a top like 3 Pokemon for a while prior to DLC 2. Regieleki at 11, it's a kind of cheesy Pokemon, mandating ground types and all that, but when it faces them, it's not doing times it's getting spin off, maybe exploding or setting up screens, but sometimes that alone is enough. So, it's going to be interesting to see how it'll fare in this metagame moving forward. Yeah, no, we have a Pokemon we're going to discuss at 12 and 14. But at 13, we have Galarian and Zapdos. It's definitely seeing too much usage for its viability. Again, it's no new toy syndrome, but still, that is really cool in my eyes. I'm definitely excited to see that. Zapdos, regular Kantoian Zapdos is at number 18. It's probably better than Galarian Zapdos in my eyes. It's probably the best defogger in the metagame at the moment, besides maybe Mandibuzz, but I think it's better than Mandibuzz, honestly. Mandibuzz is mainly good for Spectrier checking, honestly. And Landorus eye checking, of course. So yeah, but Zapdos is great. Moltres also at 38 is pretty damn cool. Corviknight at 32. Corviknight's seen better days for sure. But yeah, no, Moltres is good for Landorus eye. And Scorching Sands hits Heatran, that's really cool. Galarian Moltres is also kind of viable as well, but definitely, not as good as regular Moltres, I'd say. We see some steel types out and about, like Melmetal at 17. It should definitely be higher. It's really good. Definitely maybe it took a while to pick up because Genesect was hoarding a lot of the steel type usage and Heatran was kind of being a countermeasure. So yeah, hard to fit on teams. But now, honestly, it's the top 5 Pokemon. So definitely try Melmetal. Heatran and Magearna are steel types in the top 10. We also see Pharaoh at number 18. Not surprising there. It's a pretty solid Pokemon metagame as well. Spikes are great. That aside, though, it takes a while. We got to see Excadrill at 31. Corviknight at 32. Kartana at 34, which is a Pokemon we haven't really seen a ton of. So it's cool seeing those steel types as well. What else? Naganadel was at 20, which is kind of funny. It was banned, but Tornadus T at 21 is crazy because I was like, oh my god, heavy duty boost. Tornadus T is going to be so damn good. It's going to be broken. Gets nasty, but like, get out of here. Oh my god, it's so good, but nah, it was just okay. Honestly, it's going to get better once the metagame settles down in my eyes. It's going to be really good. Same with Dragapult. It's good to see Rillaboom seeing more uses on top of Wooloo. It's definitely better, especially now that Wooloo doesn't get Grassy Glide or U-turn, like close combat, etc. Wooloo got screwed. Yeah, Ditto at 27 is just a sign of a very hectic early metagame. People trying to counter hyper offense and stall with that. So yeah, Ditto's great. I can make a whole video on Ditto, honestly. I kind of want to. Libero Cinderace not cracking the top 25 is kind of funny. Definitely something that was once one of the metagame like defining Pokemon, and now, I mean, it's okay, I guess, but it's not great. Things like Rockyamak Garchomp are just coming. Swampert, Rockyamak Attack specs really well against it. The ground types all have the 1v1 it, and it needs a million moves. It needs like High Jump Kick for Tran, it needs Gun Shot for Finny, it needs Sucker Punch for Spectre and Dragapult, it needs Pyro Ball for Stab, U-turn, etc. So yeah, it's just kind of limited, especially when you also like want to run boots, and it's wish you run Choice Band or something like that. But yeah, no, Cinderace definitely seen better days. Pelipper for Rain, which I don't really think deserves to be in the top 30, let alone on this list at all, but that's neither here nor there. It's cool seeing Dragonite cling on some usage. It won't last though. Same with Urshifu Rapid probably, but Latios at number 39 is crazy. It should be higher. We'll see more of it eventually, I imagine. It's still a really strong Pokemon, so that's cool. What else? Let's go over some fairy types real quick. Of course, we see Megaran in the top 10, but there's also Clefable at 14, a Pokemon we're not going to discuss more, but Coco at 15, alongside Finny at 23. And also, wow, that's it. So a kind of surprising lack of fairy types, honestly. I thought we might see one or two more, but Bulu's lagging behind. And Lele is lagging way behind in UU, and that's just crazy. I imagine we'll see more of them in the future. Scarflele is solid, and Bulu will still find some viability. Coco, it's not amazing right now. It's more kind of hype, but it's still pretty solid, all right. I'd say that much. So yeah, what else do I want to discuss? Let's discuss fire types. Fire types, we see Heatran, of course, leading the way, firing away at number 3, but Blaziken at 16 is crazy. It's not seeing that as a top Pokemon quite yet. I don't know if it's going to get there or not, but it's really strong with Speed Boost. Swords Dance, it's just amazing. Cinderace is number 28, Moltres at number 38. It's cool seeing those Pokemon cling on as well. We already discussed Cinderace, but Moltres, again, is a really good defogger. It checks Pokemon like Landorus and Heatran, which number 2 and 3 looks pretty big, I'd say. Definitely. It also is pretty damn well against Fremosa, resisting the stabs. It's cool. Psychic types are all over the place. We see Slowbro and Latios just barely clinging on to being in the graphic, but also, if you go a bit further down the list, we're going to see, is that it? No way. I'm surprised Slowking's not there. I think Slowking you see just as much as Slowbro. Wow, that's crazy. I was going to say, I was for sure that was going to be on the list. It's going to be like those two plus Latios, and then maybe Latios would make an appearance, but nah, Psychic types kind of got screwed over. Yeah, there's not many Psychic types. I mean, I definitely think that those two and Green Nicholas have some level of viability, so I'm curious to see where those will go. But yeah, no, they definitely got snubbed a bit. But you know what? Didn't get snubbed Dark types. We see Tyranitar at 36, Mandibuzz at 33. I mean, shit, we're going to be seeing Urshifu in the top 10, of course. And yeah, no, it goes without saying that Dark's a really strong type right now, especially with the lack of fairy types. And you kind of need something to kind of punish the ghost types right now. And ghosts are really good against Spectrier and Dragon Bolt. So yeah, I think it goes without saying. Those are great. What else? Let's discuss the abundance of walls that we're going to be seeing in this. There's literally no fully fledged walls in the top 10, which I think is a sign of a really nice offensive-oriented metagame, so I'm sure you guys like that. Yeah, again, the two Pokemon we're not going to speak of in the top 15, but once you go further, Zapdos isn't really a wall, but Ferrothorn is 19. I mean, and then eventually you get to Blissey at 30, but yeah, no, I mean, you got to go outside of the top, like, 29 to really see much defensive presences, and I think that's a good spot for the metagame. I think we're seeing a lot more proactivity. I think that's cool. Things like Regenerator promoting, things like Tornadus T is great. Pex, in a sense, is pretty good too, but it also can get a little lame and annoying in the long haul. So yeah, but no, I'm really curious to see what you guys have to say about the metagame. We went into some trends, why some things are good, and some specific segments of the metagame, but I'm really curious to see what you guys have to say. What's good, what's not, what do you think should be used more, what should be used less, and what trends we'll be seeing in the next month. Definitely let me know in the comments below. I know this was a bit of a brief overgo, but it's midnight now and I got work in 8 hours. I'm going to get to that. But yeah, guys, have a great day, and peace out. Thanks so much. Like, comment, subscribe, and check out the Twitter if you guys are enjoying. All right, guys, peace. Bye.